Smile, Smile, Smile by Wilfred Owen, 1893 to 1918. Head to limp head, the sunk-eyed wounded scanned yesterday's mail. The casualties, typed small, and large, vast booty from our latest haul. Also they read of cheap homes not yet planned, for said the paper, when this war is done, the men's first instinct will be making homes. Meanwhile, their foremost need is aerodromes, it being certain war has just begun. Peace would do wrong to our undying dead. The sons we offered might regret they died if we got nothing lasting in their stead. We must be solidly indemnified, though all be worthy victory which all bought. We rulers sitting in this ancient spot would wrong our very selves if we forgot the greatest glory will be theirs who fought, who kept this nation in integrity. Nation? The half-limbed readers did not chafe, but smiled at one another curiously, like secret men who know their secret safe. This is the thing they know and never speak, that England one by one had fled to France, not many elsewhere now save under France. Pictures of these broad smiles appear each week, and people in whose voice real feeling rings say how they smile, they're happy now, poor things. Okay, this is a poem by Wilfred Owen. Wilfred Owen was born in Shropshire, and he grew up mostly in Shrewsbury and Birkenhead. This is the Manchester area. He went to Reading University, and he joined up in the First World War in 1915, so he didn't join up directly. He had some rather unpleasant incidents and was diagnosed as having shell shock, and he was sent to a military hospital in Edinburgh, which is where he met Siegfried Sassoon, and Siegfried Sassoon became his mentor and his publisher, because at this time both of them were very, very anti-war. Sadly, Wilfred Owen was killed in 1918 at the end of towards the end of the First World War. Okay, so smile, smile, smile. Well, firstly, we need to look at the title. The title is from is part of the chorus of a song, which is "Pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile." And this was a rousing song, which the soldiers very often would sing as that they marched, but particularly to the tune of "It's a Long Way to Tipperary." But so pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. Okay, now apparently this poem was written by Owen when he saw a picture in one of the newspapers of 3 wounded soldiers with great big smiles on their faces, and this was his reply to that picture, because the press was sanitizing the war. They were making it look like a great thing, and the thing that was important were the great gains that Britain was making, and that the fact that we were paying with the lives and the bodies of soldiers, that didn't matter. Head to limp head, the sunk-eyed wounded scanned yesterday's mail. So there are wounded people, and their eyes are sunken, so they've experienced the horrors of war, and they're wounded. Yeah, they're head to head, and they're looking at this newspaper, yesterday's mail, yesterday's newspaper. The casualties typed small and large, vast booty from our latest haul. So in the newspaper, lots and lots about the great gains that the country is making, that Britain is making from conducting this war, and the casualties in very small letters, because nobody wants to know about the casualties. The soldiers are not relevant. What's relevant is how the things that we are getting, the wonderful things that we are winning by waging this war. And the suffering of the soldiers, type small, is not relevant. And he's in this itself, he's questioning, is it worth it? Is this human suffering worth any gains that a country might make? Also, they read of cheap homes not yet planned. For the paper said the paper, when this war is done, the men's first instinct will be making homes. So the paper also wrote about cheap homes that are going to be there for people in the future, but these aren't even yet planned. Yeah, this is just propaganda. When the war's over, there will be cheap homes for soldiers, and in fact, when the soldiers came back, particularly if they were wounded, nobody really cared about them. Nobody was really interested, and very often, Owen was very upset about the fact that many wives abandoned wounded husbands when they came back. So the paper said, when this war is done, the men's first instinct will be making homes. So the first thing the soldiers will do when they come back is to make homes. Meanwhile, their foremost need is aerodromes, it being certain war has just begun. So before we make these houses, however, we need to make airfields. We need to make things for war, because this war has only just begun and this war is going on, and we need to continue this war. Why? Because peace would do wrong to our undying dead. The sons we offered might regret they died if we got nothing lasting in their stead. So we've got to go on with this war, because we can't stop this war. Because stopping it would mean that the people who've already died, they've died for nothing, and the people who've died, we need to get something in exchange for their lives, and therefore we can't stop fighting. It wouldn't be honourable to stop fighting, because we haven't got anything for our as payment for our dead. And here he's questioning the suffering, the death, the loss of human innocence, and is this war worth it? Yeah, he's criticising this attitude that the Britain is going to get lots of things in payment for their dead soldiers, for their dead. We must be solidly indemnified. So we've got to be paid back. We've got to be paid properly. We've got to receive a good indemnity for the lives of the people who've died. Though all be worthy victory which all bought, We rulers sitting in this ancient spot would wrong our very selves if we forgot. The greatest glory will be theirs who fought, who kept this nation in integrity. And this is the almost the ultimate irony, is the rulers at home, the people in charge of the war, who don't actually go up to the front line, who don't participate. They're saying that it would be wrong if we forgot the glory of the soldiers who died, the glory of the soldiers who kept this nation together. But this isn't true. That at home the people are not interested in the dead and injured and dying, and the politicians effectively are exchanging lives and soldiers suffering for glory. Nation. So, what about the nation? The half-limbed readers did not chafe, but smiled at one another curiously, like secret men who know their secret safe. So, we're now going back to these three smiling soldiers who are reading the newspaper, and they're half-limbed. They've got pieces of limb missing, maybe an arm missing or a leg missing. And they are smiling at each other curiously, but they are secret men who know their secret safe. These are people who the public back home, they ignore. They don't understand the suffering, the pain and the problems of the soldiers. They don't chafe against this, and swapping men's limbs for advantages for the nation. This is the secret, that's the dirty secret that's put aside. This is the thing they know and never speak. So the soldiers know the horror of war, but they don't speak about it. That England one by one had fled to France. Not many elsewhere now, save under France. So all of these good people who've gone to France to fight, but now they're nearly all dead. They're nearly all lying under the French soil. And that is how the advantages from the war will be paid for. And instead of thinking about the dead, pictures of these broad smiles appear each week. So every week there are smiling, happy soldiers. This war is wonderful. It's a lovely thing. Oh, what a lovely war. Or this is the idea of it. And people in whose voice real feeling rings say how they smile. They're happy now, poor things. So this last bit, it's got there's the irony in it. So people saying they're smiling, they're happy. These poor soldiers, they're happy now. But I think this is also saying that only the dead are happy in the situation of war. That at least their suffering has finished, and here the people at home, they're looking and saying how happy our soldiers are. Yeah, these poor things, they've been to war, but they're happy to do it. They're smiling, and isn't it a wonderful thing to go to war? And he's saying that pictures like this are just a glorification of war. So, Smile, Smile, Smile by Wilfred Owen.